Get ready to witness something truly groundbreaking. This isn't just another tech update. It's a monumental leap forward that's about to redefine everything you thought you knew about automation. Imagine systems that build themselves, anticipate your needs, and continuously improve with every single task they complete. Abacus AI has just unleashed Deep Agent, and it's not just catching fire, it's an inferno of innovation. You've probably dabbled with tools like Zapier or N8N. You know the drill. Connect a few blocks, automate some simple tasks, save a bit of time. Useful, yes, but frankly, those tools are about to feel like relics of a bygone era. Deep Agent operates on an entirely different plane. Built directly into Abacus AI's chat LLM suite, Deep Agent opens up to a pristine scrollable canvas. It's filled with powerful nodes, things like web scrapers, email senders, CRM updaters, and even raw Python blocks. You simply type out what you want in plain language, drop in a few smart blocks, and let the system take the reins. Behind the scenes, it's a hive of intelligent activity. Deep Agent fires up cloud runtimes, picks the perfect language model for the job, seamlessly links all the steps so they can talk to each other, and quietly, almost magically, improves itself every single time the workflow runs. After just a few rounds, it starts working smarter, building on everything it's learned, automating the most tedious, boring stuff with unbelievable precision. And it does this without ever slowing down or messing up a single detail. It truly feels less like setting up automation, and more like assigning tasks to an elite, self-optimizing team that never, ever stops getting better. The interface itself is a marvel of clean design, built for sheer speed. You start with an empty canvas, drag in the blocks you need, and each one handles its specific part of the job. Whether that's scraping data, summarizing text, dispatching emails, or calling external tools. And if a task gets more complex, the system automatically spins up sub-agents to tackle it in the background. When you click Create an AI Workflow, you're not just met with a blank screen. Instead, you're guided through a quick, insightful set of questions. What do you want to automate? What are the inputs and outputs? Are there any constraints? And what's the ultimate goal? It's fast, incredibly clear, and guarantees you get something genuinely useful, bypassing all the fumbling through complicated setups. What's more, there are ready-to-run examples you can launch instantly, making it effortless to test things out without needing real data or writing a single line of code. The first official demo, famously nicknamed Vibe Code Your Own AI App, perfectly illustrates how little hand-holding this platform truly needs. 3 simple nodes appear on the grid: Scrape Web, Generate Summary, and Send Slack. Each receives a single, clear sentence of instruction. Run the flow, and Deep Agent handles all the provisioning, prompt chaining, and data plumbing behind the curtain, then publishes a perfectly summarized payload directly into Slack. But here's the killer twist, the truly ingenious part. After execution, outcome metrics subtly nudge the prompt. So, the next run ships even crisper, shorter messages, because the model learned that executives tend to skip long paragraphs. And the best part? Absolutely no manual retuning is required from you. Demo 2 swings straight at job seekers. Imagine this. At dawn, a scheduled agent fans out across multiple job boards, hunting for titles you care about. It then rewrites every relevant posting into a tight, digestible paragraph, and bundles the entire lot into a single, comprehensive email that lands in your inbox before your first kettle whistles. This tech crunches half a dozen boards, extracts product manager listings, attaches company, title, location, and link, and caps the list somewhere between a dozen and 24 roles, doing this daily. Humans still decide whether a listing deserves an application, but that soul-crushing slog of skimming 50 near-identical ads completely vanishes. That, my friends, is bandwidth flipping in action. The low-value scanning work gets swallowed by automation, leaving your human attention for the high-stakes, yes or no moments. Support teams get their own spotlight in Demo 3. A Gmail trigger springs the instant a help desk message arrives. Deep Agent slurps the email body, queries Confluence for relevant articles, drafts a personalized reply, and then pipes that draft through a toxicity filter. If the tone confidence drops under a set threshold, the reply is flagged, giving human agents the final veto power. Burst reply time shrinks from hours to mere seconds. CSAT scores nudge upward, And nobody risks sending a cranky paragraph that could tank your brand voice. Demo 4 tackles growth with pure data swagger. Deep Agent scrapes LinkedIn, Crunchbase, and whichever niche forums still look like GeoCities, then stitches firmographic details together, and highlights companies perched at a growth inflection point. The workflow enriches every lead with decision-maker emails, funnels the records straight into HubSpot, and tags each entry with a living lead score that recalculates nightly. Reps arrive each morning to a queue perfectly sorted by purchase intent, instead of dumping precious time into spreadsheet gymnastics. The next clip takes that scored list and unleashes a copywriting cyclone. Deep Agent drafts cold emails that quote the prospect's most recent blog post, nod to a fresh product launch, slot in a relevant value proposition, and even A/B test subject lines on the fly. Open rate data loops back instantly, steering the agent toward whatever hook performs best. In effect, the workflow behaves like a tireless growth hacker, split testing around the clock, tweaking copy between pulses, without ever bottlenecking on approval cycles. Procurement teams will nod knowingly during Demo 6. A 100-page RFP trudges into the system. Deep Agent reads the entire document, maps each requirement against the company's own spec sheet, autofills those dreaded compliance tables, and drafts answers that cite exact paragraph and page references. Legal review turns into a quick sanity check instead of a multi-day slog. Response cycles compress by days, and win rates climb because every submission lands early and error-free. Across all 6 demos, a powerful pattern emerges. Deep Agent vaporizes the busy work layer so humans can stick to strategic decisions, creative sparks, or crucial relationship building. And because every node is a generative primitive, tomorrow's shiny new language model can plug straight in and catapult yesterday's workflow up a notch, without forcing a complete rebuild. Under the hood, the interface drops even more treats for the technically curious. Every completed flow includes an optional, commented Python script, a quick copy code button hands over the goods for teams that want to embed the logic elsewhere, or audit exactly how an agent parsed a site. There's no need to spelunk through hidden settings. Everything lives in plain text underneath the diagram. Community sentiment matches the spectacle. Early users are calling the whole affair insane, claiming it multiplies creativity and output, rather than just shaving minutes off repetitive chores. Comment threads sound half amazed, half relieved, because typing a goal and watching an answer blossom in seconds feels a bit like discovering cheat codes for professional life. Newcomers eyeing operational cadence can turn to the freshly rolled out Tasks feature. Tasks layer robust scheduling on top of any Deep Agent workflow. A builder chooses daily, weekly, monthly, or custom intervals, dials exact runtimes in 15-minute slices, toggles email alerts, and optionally sets an end date. Behind the scenes, Deep Agent launches Microcloud Processes, internally dubbed MCP servers, so parallel runs stay snappy even when fleets of agents fire off simultaneously. Time zone awareness is baked in, ensuring a 6 o'clock Pacific run window never drifts because of daylight-saving chaos. And here's where it gets truly shocking. The economic ask stays shockingly modest. $10 a month on the basic tier secures a seat for a tool that auto-tunes its own prompts, spawns sub-agents on demand, and attaches to every mainstream work app. The pricing lands closer to pocket change than enterprise gouge. Abacus sweetens the pot even further with a weekly wallet. Competition that drops $2,500 into the hands of whoever submits the sharpest human-AI collaboration. And there's no entry cap. Teams can fire off as many experimental workflows as they like and treat the contest as an ROI lottery ticket. All told, this platform signals a fundamental shift from ordinary automation to outright orchestration. We're talking autonomous routines building further autonomous routines. Each generation nudging performance higher while humans steer the mission, not the minutia. If routine chores keep piling up, Deep Agent is already holding out the shovel. Catch the next drop for more ways this stack keeps rewriting the productivity playbook. So what do you think? How long before this kind of AI completely replaces half the tools we use today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're into this kind of stuff, and hit like if you found it useful. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.